Welcome everyone, we are live for Monday Night Raw. King Cobra 23 back with the WWE 2K18. We are live from Paris, France. We are on the WWE Live International Tour. Let's get show started. And we're kicking things off with the Brian Kendrick. We've seen Brian Kendrick here before, a former cruiserweight champion, and well, he has told me he is not just a cruiserweight, he is good enough to be universal champion, and he says he wants to start proving that today against the former United States champion Andrade Cien Almas. But Almas has undergone a change, and I'm not sure if it's a change for the best. Ever since losing that Intercontinental, that United States champion, Almas has changed. He attacked Rey Mysterio a couple weeks ago. It was like last week where he recruited Kalisto to join his ranks. And the female Zelina Vega, I knew I'd seen her somewhere before. It's just they've dubbed themselves as Los Ingobernables. Let's see. And here we go. Kalisto on the left. That's Zelina Vega right there on the middle. And wow, this crowd is letting them hear it. Andrade on the right. Zelina is the one leading the pack. I'm not sure who the leader technically is. I don't know if they have a leader. But Zelina definitely looking like she's leading the pack right now. Just that losing that United States Championship changed Andrade, and I'm not sure why or how vicious attack on Rey Mysterio. But it was Kalisto who defeated the United States champion. And for the rumors I'm hearing, it sounds like it's going to be Kalisto to get the United States Championship match, not Andrade. We will see how that goes right now. And Andrade just chopping Brian Kendrick down, then a quick kick to the chest. Andrade looking like a reverse, no, just hammering down, bringing the elbow down onto Kendrick's chest, and a drop kick to the back of the head. Andrade is in firm control of this matchup. Andrade just punching him in the face and then chopping him down. Andrade saying it's all about him right now, stealing a line from the former women's champion, and just a vicious forearm. El Idolo is all over Brian Kendrick, the former cruiserweight champion. Maybe he isn't ready to move up in the rankings, but here comes Brian Kendrick. Kendrick now, Andrade up, Andrade flips out. And Andrade didn't seem to like that. Now Andrade has Kendrick up and hits him with a suplex. Just vicious mean streak of Andrade. As if he wasn't vicious enough by himself already. And here's the cockiness of the former United States champion. Excuse me. It just seems this whole time since Andrade won that United States championship, it's just been used to saying it. He actually won the United States championship in his first match here on the main roster in WWE. Andrade with a vicious knee to the skull. He won the title from The Miz at Money in the Bank a couple months prior, and then he lost it a few weeks ago at Backlash. So he was, wait a minute, roll up here, crucifix pin here. 1, 2, does Brian Kendrick have him? No! Kendrick does not get Andrade. As I was saying though, he lost it at in an open challenge to Rey Mysterio. Kendrick saying it's over. And Wall went for a vicious big boot. That big boot connected. It might have been over. Andrade has him up. Andrade running powerbomb. And I reckon that's it for Brian Kendrick. Andrade dragging him to the middle of the ring. I don't know. It's just hard to think what Andrade is thinking. Just another chop to the chest from Andrade. On his second rope, there's Kalisto. What is Andrade planning here? Kendrick, don't turn around. You don't want to turn around, Kendrick. Drop kick to the skull. And there's Kalisto throwing that fist up. Los Igornable. And here comes Andrade with that schoolboy powerbomb. And Andrade telling Kendrick it's good night. And is it actually good night? Andrade setting him up for El Idolo Hammerlock DDT. And that's elementary. 2, 3. Andrade impressive in victory. And there's that fist. Kendrick almost had Andrade here with this crucifix pin. 1, 2. Look at how close that was. But Andrade changing the tide of the match, especially with that schoolboy powerbomb. And then from here, it's over. Rey Mysterio, I believe, is the only person to kick out of that Hammerlock DDT. And that's why he is currently United States Champion. Andrade seems very happy about his victory here tonight. The fans are not happy and just booing Andrade out the building. Kalisto having a few words with the fans. Not sure what was being said there. Hopefully I can get a fan to report me what Kalisto said to him. But it is Andrade, Cien Almas standing tall. And he's still having words with the fans, and Zelina may have been urging him on.
Oh, WWE Universe! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your longest reigning tag champs and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is!
Well, it is now time for our former tag team champions. And what I'm hearing, this is a #1 contenders match. The New Day and Authors of Pain. Now, you do not see Xavier Woods. Before our show went on air, folks, we weren't able to get a camera out there back there in time. But Xavier Woods was attacked by the Authors of Pain before we went live on air tonight, which is why he is not here tonight, and which has also led to this match of some sort. New Day wants their revenge to help their fallen brother, but Antonio breaks us up. As former champions, there would be a perfect test against the rising tag team Authors of Pain, and he decided whoever wins this match will become the new #1 contenders. And this is scary. I say this is scary because these guys have been having like 2-second matches. They've dominated every opponent they've had. Rezar and Akam, the Authors of Pain. And to be completely honest, we've already seen Sanity against the New Day. Sanity actually won their tag championships by defeating the New Day. It is now time for a new team to rise up, and I want to see Authors of Pain against Sanity. I just want to see that hard-hitting destruction. Not that I'm impartial. I'm friends with the New Day. I go out with them every now and then. As a matter of fact, went out with Kofi Kingston last night. We had a couple of drinks. Fun guy to hang out with. But Authors of Pain, Akam, Rezar, just two behemoth of men. Two monsters. And as you can see, they're without Paul Ellering tonight. Wonder what that is for. Wonder what that's about. However, it's time. Start the match with Akam and Big E. Big E gets Akam in a headlock and just brings the... Well, this is the perfect matchup. This is when the crowd firmly behind the New Day. Big E knocking down Rezar. As I was saying, this is the perfect matchup for the Authors of Pain. They get to go against the powerhouse that is Big E. And right now it seems like Rezar is on the ropes. Big E, oh my goodness, rebounding off the ropes and taking down Rezar. I mean Akam. He already took down Rezar. And just this one. Just a one count. Not sure why Big E looked surprised. I don't think that would have beat them. But this seems to be all Big E right now. And the Irish ripping him. What power! Big E looking for a power bomb. What a power bomb! And the Authors of Pain are on the ropes. Rezar asking for the tag, and here comes Akam. And here comes Akam with a key reversal. And now Akam taking Big E to the ground. And that war cry from Akam. Yelling at Big E. Now it's Akam coming off the ropes. What a clothesline. Just two behemoths just going at it. Back and forth they go. What a jab to the gut. And Akam with the knee to the face of Big E. And now it's Kofi Kingston asking for a tag. Rezar still wants that tag. Over the head, belly to belly suplex. And here comes the pin, cutting off circulation, and he kicks out at one. And the crowd heavily behind the New Day and Big E. Constantly chanting, constantly clapping. And it doesn't seem to have any effect on the Authors of Pain. As Akam knocks Big E outside the ring. And they can do lots of damage out here. I'm not sure what's going to be the plan here. Just tossing Big E into the ring. Not inside the ring, just tossing him into the ring. Trying to do as much damage as he can. Referee at a count of 4 now. And there, now he tosses Big E in the ring. Big E's head hanging out of the ring. Just clubbing blow. And a vicious big boot to the skull of Big E. And here comes, wait a minute. He has, Akam just turned his back and put his eyes on Kofi Kingston. I think they're ready to wrap this up. Akam tossing Big E into the corner didn't work. However, when they toss one partner off of the rope, it seems to be elementary from there. Two Authors of Pain shared some words there. Pretty sure they're sharing strategy. And look at this. Look at this. Vicious double team effort, and Big E's done. Big E needs to find a tag. That's what Big E desperately needs to find a tag to Kofi Kingston. And is Rezar gonna let him get this tag? I think Rezar just let them get the tag. What? Kofi Kingston comes in and goes right out. Rezar is all over Kofi Kingston. Wow. Rezar went out to go get Kofi Kingston. Referee not letting him. I believe the Offensive Pain will be fine with a count-out victory here. There's Kofi Kingston running at Rezar to no avail, just getting punched, and there's Akam. The double team effort of the Authors of Pain. And Rezar in the ring now, not sure for what. Oh, there's why, because Akam is the one who went out to get Kofi Kingston. Akam throws Kofi Kingston back in the ring. Rezar gonna toss him right out the ring again. And there's Akam again. And there's Rezar focusing on Big E, making sure Big E cannot help his partner. And Rezar's telling Akam to finish it. No, just these two men are this is vicious. This is borderline dangerous. I don't know if I feel bad for Kofi Kingston, as Akam's gonna toss him back in the ring again. I don't know who's more broken, Big E or Kofi Kingston. Tag Akam now in the ring, and it seems that they're looking for the last chapter. Hook of the leg, 1, 2, and that's the final chapter in the book of the New Day. Well, Authors of Pain start and end a new chapter in their book of pain, and this one is titled New Day. Dominating, still, I would admit, the New Day, well, Big E gave the Authors of Pain their best match yet. Actually, I don't. TM61 gave them a hell of a match too. Well, Authors of Pain are your new #1 contenders. I wonder when we'll see that match. And there is the last chapter. And that will do it for Kofi Kingston. No Paul Ellering. No problem. Big E trying to slide in, but it was too late by then. Well, you may very well be looking at your next Raw Tag Team Champions. Well, we have a fun match now for you guys. A cruiserweight match, and this is the debut of Tony Nese, the premier athlete. Tony Nese. We haven't seen him here in Universe Mode yet, but I'll tell you, he's called the premier athlete for a reason. And I've heard that the winner of this match will be in a cruiserweight #1 contender match next week against an opponent of General Manager Antonio Briggs' choice. And there's Nese showing off his muscles, showing off his 8-pack. And I believe this may be another debut as well. Akira Tozawa, Japanese sensation, a very athletic, another athletic cruiserweight, and also one of the best pure strikers here in WWE. However, don't let that fool you, because Tozawa also has some mean suplex. And here he is trying to get the crowd pumped up with him. Let's see who the last competitor in this match will be. It's Zack Sabre Jr. Sabre Jr. has been impressive as of late. If I'm allowed to give my opinion, he's been very impressive as late, and now he gets a chance to become cruiserweight champion. I was just talking about that last time he competed. Sabre Jr. Just this should be exciting, and I'm excited. Seems like the fans don't know what to think of Zack Sabre Jr. Well, I'll tell you what, he's a technical wizard, man. What you gonna do about that? Sabre Jr. seems to be ready. Last time we saw Zack Sabre Jr., he was against Mark Andrews. Referee ringing the bell, and here we go. And what a dropkick. What strategy from Zack Sabre Jr. Just going outside the ring and letting Tony Nese and Akira Tozawa go at it. But look at the power from Tony Nese. Vertical suplex on Akira Tozawa. And wow! That's the power of Tony Nese. Hang on, Tozawa. And Nese went from a head scissors there, and Tozawa with the reversal. Now Tozawa running bulldog from Akira Tozawa. And now it's Tozawa who has the upper hand on Nese. But now I may have spoke too soon, but it's still Tozawa with the upper hand. And now it's Tozawa. Just back and forth. The action between Akira Tozawa and Tony Nese. Nese. Oh my goodness. Nese had Tozawa in a headlock, and Zack Sabre Jr. just kicked his chest in. And oh my goodness, what an enziguri from Nese. And it seems that Tony Nese and Sabre Jr. are working together, and that's a half Nelson for Zack Sabre Jr. And now Sabre Jr. says he wants to get in on the action. Nese on the outside just watching. And here comes Tozawa. Tozawa has Nese. Nese tried to do a sneak attack on Tozawa, but it didn't seem to work out. There's a suplex. No! And just, wow, what a chop from Tozawa. Even though both men had Tony's going to have to break this. Nese just kicking Tozawa in the back of the head. And Tozawa holding on. Just shows you the strength of Tozawa. And now Nese in control here. And now, after discarding Tozawa, Tony Nese goes after Zack Sabre Jr. But it's Sabre Jr. on the attack now. Just all of these men and Sabre Jr. going for the arm as he likes to do. One of his more favorite things. And looks like he's going for a Fujirama armbar right here. Just doing as much damage as he can before Tozawa breaks it. And now Tozawa has Sabre Jr. up, but no, not to a... Oh no, not again! Goodness. Just looks vicious every time. Just Tozawa just dropping onto his neck. And now Sabre Jr. on knocking Nese outside the ring. And now Sabre Jr. ducking the clothesline and just these stiff kicks onto Akira Tozawa. And look at this, Tony Nese gonna try to steal one. Tony Nese gonna try to steal one, count of one. And Sabre Jr. able to kick out. Tony Nese tried to steal one there. And Tony Nese thought he was going to next week's. Oh my goodness, what an enziguri from the technical wizard. And now he has Tozawa up. Tozawa, no! Tozawa with a reversal. And now it's Nese going after Tozawa. I tell you, every time somebody gets an advantage, the other one finds a way. And Nese missing a dropkick, and then he lands that one. He missed a dropkick and then a forearm. Sabre Jr. now in the corner trying to possibly take a breather as Tozawa suplexes Tony Nese. And Tozawa is firing up here. And Tozawa going for a... Looks like another suplex, but Sabre Jr. out of it again. And oh my goodness, what a maneuver from Akira Tozawa. And there's a clothesline from Tony Nese. Tony Nese, I've been impressed with what I've seen from here. Showing why he's the premier athlete. What I think he needs to do better is better time some of his maneuvers, because he's missing some big maneuvers that could help him out in this match. But Tony Nese in firm control of Akira Tozawa's commentator's curse. Tony Nese was in control of. And there we go again, just back and forth, back and forth. Sabre Jr. up to his feet. But staying in the corner, Nese called him over, and another enziguri to the back of Tozawa's head. And Tozawa reversing Nese, and now reversing Sabre Jr. reversing the Nese again. Now it's Sabre Jr. with another half Nelson. Tozawa's neck just has to be gone by now. And Sabre Jr. just vicious. And Sabre just... Sabre just disrespect the fans here? And Paris? Well, it's not England, so I guess so. Sabre Jr. going for the arm of Tozawa. Nese back in the ring. Don't know if Sabre Jr. noticed it, but indeed he does. And he's going to let Tozawa have a piece of Tony Nese. I'm not sure what this relationship is. Oh, goodness. What a knee. What a knee. And Sabre Jr. immediately on Nese, trying to get Nese out of here. Tozawa may be out. There he goes, getting Tony Nese out of the picture for now. And whoa, what is Sabre Jr. planning on here? And look at this cross arm breaker. Cross arm breaker. Tozawa may need to tap here. What is Tony Nese doing? Nese from the top rope. Tony Nese breaking the hold. Well, not exactly breaking the hold, but being a key factor in why the hold was broken. And now it's just Tozawa and Sabre Jr. going back and forth. Tozawa has not been able to hit the suplex on Tony, not on Tony Nese, on Sabre Driver. Sabre Driver, that may be it. Sabre Jr. says it's not enough. A vicious knee to the skull of Tozawa. And here's a Kimura. Here's a Kimura on Akira Tozawa. Now Tozawa may be forced to break the hold. What is Tony Nese doing here? Tony Nese breaking the hold there. Not sure what he's doing. He went for the referee. I'm not sure why he's going after the referee. Tony Nese. Oh, he's trying to steal another one. But the rope break. I didn't know there was rope break in triple threat matches. Nese has him up, and it seems like maybe no one's been able to hit the suplex on Sabre Jr. tonight. But Sabre Jr.'s been able to hit that half Nelson all night long. Now it's Zack Sabre Jr. who's in control. Sabre Jr. Fuji-Rama arm bar. Tozawa has a steel chair. Tozawa has a sledgehammer, excuse me. And Tozawa just nailing Nese with that. Tozawa Irish ripping Sabre Jr. to the corner, and Sabre Jr. rebounds off and hits Tozawa with the enziguri. And looking at my monitor, it looks like Tozawa was busted open there. He is indeed. I'm not sure what busted him open. He's been taking a lot of shots to the head. Could have been one of those vicious knees to the skull from Sabre Jr. Or it could have very well been stomped in the head, or it could have been that last enziguri there. But yeah, he is indeed bleeding. And Sabre Jr. cross arm breaker on Tony Nese now. Tozawa's still down. There's nothing he can do about it. And Sabre Jr. is going to the Cruiserweight Championship match next week. What a showing from Zack Sabre Jr. Tony Nese tried to steal this match a couple times. And I think I didn't know there was rope break and triple threat rules, but he might have been able to catch him if he didn't go for that. If there was no rope break, we would never know. Vicious knee to the skull. That could have busted Tozawa open. And there's the roll up, but referee called rope break. And here we go. Here's the finish of the match. Cross arm breaker. Sabre Jr. has it locked in tight, and he will break your arm if you don't tap out. And Nese had no choice but to tap out there. So it'll be Zack Sabre Jr. against an opponent of General Manager Antonio Briggs' choice for the #1 contender of the Cruiserweight Championship. As we get ready for our main event of the evening, I do have an announcement straight from the General Manager's desk. He has told me next week there will be a women's gauntlet match to determine Ember Moon's opponents at No Mercy. He told me that a lot of women nights, and the winner of that gauntlet match will determine the #1 contender. He says every woman that came to him will be in that gauntlet match. And he did confirm with me that former women's champion Emma is indeed in that match. But now it is time for Raw's main event, and it is the glorious one, Bobby Roode. Now, Bobby Roode has been running his mouth once again backstage, saying he can beat Shinsuke Nakamura this, saying that he should be #1 contender. Well, Antonio Briggs told him to put up or shut up. If Bobby Roode can win his match tonight, he will be added to the match at No Mercy, which will be contested with Shinsuke Nakamura and the Universal Champion Samoa Joe. However, Bobby Roode's opponent tonight is the Universal Champion himself, Samoa Joe. So, here's what I think. Here's what I see in my opinion. We're getting a sneak peek of what the No Mercy main event could have been. Hell, it still could be No Mercy's main event. Raw will get the main event this month as well on No Mercy, as the board of directors don't think Sami Zayn is a draw. That's weird. I think, technical words there, but that's what they think. But that is a SmackDown problem. And this is Monday Night Raw. Bobby Roode seems to be ready to take on the Universal Champion. And here we go. The Universal Champion, Samoa Joe. Remember, he won that very championship by cashing in on Brock Lesnar after a skirmish between Kevin Owens and Brock Lesnar. And then Seth Rollins showed up attacking Brock Lesnar, paying Brock Lesnar back for his broken arm, fractured arm. Those two are still out. having a match at Survivor Series. Their final match at Survivor Series. I can't wait to see what kind of match that'll be between the Beast Incarnate and the Architect, Seth Rollins. Well, this match right here is sure to be a hard hitter. Bobby Roode feels like he could defeat Samoa Joe. Well, if he beats Samoa Joe here tonight, he's added to the match. No Mercy's main event becomes a triple threat match between Joe, Nakamura, and himself. And Bobby Roode with a butterfly suplex on Samoa Joe. Bobby Roode showing off his power early. And now Roode is actually handling Joe fairly well at the moment in time. Roode trying to go low, trying to go for a, looks like a low takedown, but I don't think you can do that against the Samoan submission machine, as he went for another one. And Samoa Joe with those jabs. Samoa Joe's just so good, and Samoa Joe telling Bobby Roode to bring it on. And here comes Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode just giving Samoa Joe some jabs and punches of his own. However, these are not as good as Samoa Joe's, but he does have Samoa Joe on the edge right now. Bobby Roode, eyes dripping, Joe into the corner. And Bobby Roode with the spear! And Bobby Roode looking, just measuring Joe up. I'm not sure what he was going for there. Looked like he was going for a clothesline. Looked like they both went for a clothesline there, but they failed. And Bobby Roode ends that chain with a glorious neckbreaker. Bobby Roode seems to be in tune right now tonight. I apologize if I sound any different tonight, folks. I am getting over a cold right now, as Roode continues to bring it to Joe. And Bobby Roode with a quick snapmare there. And this is awkward. I find awkward just seeing Joe handled like this. Bobby Roode very well may be added to No Mercy. And as I say that, well, and then as I say that, and then as I say that, commentators first all over the building, and oh my goodness, what an overhead belly-to-belly suplex from the Samoan submission machine. And there's Samoa Joe with the explosion of jabs. And Joe trying to measure Bobby Roode up. And look at this, Bobby. Oh, Samoa Joe knocked Bobby Roode down. I think Samoa Joe wanted to dive over the ropes to get the Bobby Roode, but the referee got in the way. And Joe unintentionally knocked the referee down. That's what I think Joe wanted to do. And that indeed gave Bobby Roode the opening that he needs. Bobby Roode just pressing that boot in the back of the neck of Samoa Joe. And there's Bobby Roode going for a quick kick on up Samoa Joe. And there's a neck breaker right there. And Samoa Joe with a business enziguri. Joe cutting off the circulation. And count of one there for the Universal Champion. Samoa Joe has been excellent since becoming Universal Champion, defeating Kevin Owens in that Chicago street fight back at Backlash. That was a brutal match. Joe was busted wide open. As a matter of fact, this is Joe's first match since that street fight, I believe. And we haven't seen Kevin Owens. We still haven't seen Kevin Owens yet. From what I understand, Kevin Owens is at home recovering from his injuries with his family. But with and Joe says not today, Roode. With my understanding, Joe and Kevin Owens suffered about the same injuries, and none of them were too serious. The injury I think Owens suffered is an injury in pride, as Joe said all those words, and what a vicious maneuver on Bobby Roode. Joe said those words, and then he did very well say, "I'm going to choke you out." and bloody you up. And he did those things. The Kevin Owens, and oh my goodness. Only thing Joe, I can't believe I'm going to repeat this. Only thing Joe did not do was make Kevin Owens' son and daughter call him daddy. Just the vicious mean streak of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. Oh, suplex there. And here comes a full Nelson's plex. And he's going to finish this with the straight jacket suplex. He calls that Chimera plex. One. Just a 1 count. Wow. Bobby Roode has been doing very well here today. He's been doing very well keeping Samoa Joe off of him. And Bobby Roode is busted open. I'm assuming those boots have busted. Bobby Roode is open here. And Bobby Roode, he looks like he's trying to measure Joe up for the glorious DDT. He just can never get it. And look at this. He may be looking for it again. Bobby Roode looking for glorious DDT here. Perhaps no. Perhaps no. If Bobby Roode can hit the glorious DDT, he may be able to defeat Samoa Joe, and we may have a triple threat match. Another neck breaker there from Bobby Roode. I'm not sure if you guys are noticing, but Bobby Roode is wrestling pretty conservative here tonight. Wrestling pretty safer, and a lot less aggressive than I've noticed that he does. One, just a kind of one. Roode seems to be someone who wants to get his opponents in and out of the ring quickly. Bobby Roode eyes ripping Samoa Joe to the corner, to the ropes there, and nothing there. Joe now charging at Roode, and Joe gets chest, and now Bobby Roode and Samoa Joe exchanging hits here, and Joe said, "Bring it on." How about that, Joe? A spine buster. And Roode measuring Joe up again. This time, he's going to connect with the DDT, yes, and that may do it. 1, 2, 3, no. I thought we had a new champion right there. I thought we had a new champion right there. Not a new champion, just a new number contender. Oh, here we go. Just back and forth. Back and forth, here we go. And wow, pretty good maneuver there from Samoa Joe. And I think Joe's ticked off. I think Samoa Joe is ticked off that Bobby was able to hit the glorious DDT on him. And then noticing that it almost cost him the match. It almost that his triple threat match became his singles match. Oh, well, this is it. Say goodbye, Bobby. And there's Muscle Buster. There's no way Bobby Roode is kicking out of that. That's it. Good night. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. How the hell did Bobby Roode kick out? How the hell did Bobby Roode kick out? Joe doesn't look happy. Roode, stay down. Coquina clutching, that's it. That's gotta be it. Coquina clutch locked in. Referee stops the match. That's it. I don't know what Roode thought he was doing, kicking out of the muscle buster. Maybe it was just by instinct. Just kick out. I really do think the muscle buster is what did him in. And then he gets choked out. Would that be the fate of Shinsuke Nakamura? 2 weeks time at No Mercy. That's the time we have for you here today, folks. Thank you all for watching, and look for SmackDown very soon. Good night!